average, 9 on the positive side. Thank you so much for being here this weekend with us. He's one of the most beloved employees at a shipping store in King. You see him right here. Chad Tucker introduces us to Jake.
We just got lucky, I think, a combination of his temperament and personality.
He's one of the most loved employees.
I love Jake.
At Going Postal,
Typically, he's here Monday through Thursday.
a shipping store right here in King.
And then put your mailing address there.
He's loved so much, they've got his weekly work schedule right here on the board.
He is the official greeter of Going Postal here.
Meet Jake. His job? Welcoming everyone in the door.
Hi, Lordy. Hey, sweetheart. Oh, you're pretty. Yes, you are.
He will be 4 in October, and he's been coming here since he was 8 weeks and 1 day old. As soon as we got him, the very next day he was coming in, and customers have loved it ever since.
You're welcome. Get them in the mail for you.
Workers here and the customers say he helps bring calm to the daily hustle and bustle.
He has a toy box over here. You want to get a toy? Where's your box? I just think he gets being a dog. They're social animals. He wants to be around people.
People is this young chocolate lamb's love language. That and treats.
If you bring him treats, he will remember you next time.
While the packages are sealed and measurements are made, the measure of man's best friend is loving on others when no one else is looking.
And we have had people say he's the only reason that they come here, which, hurts my feelings a little, but we get it. He's adorable and very lovable.
In King,
They like coming in and watching him play.
looking for Roy's folks.
Y'all have a great day.
Chad Tucker,
You come for the services, but you stay for Jake.
Fox 8 News.
He just loves it.
And Jake deserves all the treats. All right, here's another story that'll make you smile. A Navy veteran and farmer got a very special gift as a thank you for his service. Take a look at this. His new furry friend, Dano. Kendall's Border Collies gave Robert Holloway a Border Collie puppy. Holloway is a disabled veteran who raises goats in Franklinville. Border Collies are used to herding everything from Canadian geese to livestock. Since Robert is a goat farmer, you could say Dano is a pretty good fit for them.
I haven't slept for 2 days. I've been so excited about this dog. I mean, last night we live about 2.5 hours away, and I tried my best to get some sleep. It wasn't happening, just cat naps on and off. I'm just so excited about getting this dog. It's unspeakable. I mean, I'm just ecstatic.
This gift was made possible through Kendall's Border Collies and the Petty Foundation. Now, Robert is scheduled to meet Richard Penny, one of his favorite drivers, in August. Once Dano is fully trained, he will be able to help with herding some of the goats on the farm. You never know what the stranger next to you is going through in life. It's the little acts of kindness out of the blue that can just stick with a person. One Wisconsin man has created hundreds of memories for veterans. Dale Ryman tells us how Bob Brown began his campaign of giving thanks.
Most of the furniture in the house he built.
One step onto the Browns' front porch,
Trial and error.
the woodwork catches your eye.
The fact that you can take a log and turn it into something nice.
Since the late 60s, Bob Brown has been building and building.
I draw my own plans up.
For someone who built his life in pharmacy, craftsmanship is his medicine today.
The only thing that can stop you from doing anything is your mind.
A few years ago at a high school reunion, he gave wooden flags to some veteran classmates.
To see this bunch of guys that you grew up with basically in school having tears run down their eyes. And that's pretty darn good encouragement to do it again.
His mission turned to giving thanks and a patriotic piece of art to veterans.
Just seeing how the veterans react to it, to be so thankful that you have tears in your eyes.
It's just rewarding for us too, to see their reaction, to know that they're not forgotten.
Armed with flags and eagles, Bob and Gail, his wife of 52 years, keep their eagle eyes open when they're out and about.
I seem to have a deal where I can tell a veteran pretty easily.
And we thought that was the perfect location.
In April, Jared Kyle and his wife were leaving a Plover grocery store when Bob and Gail spotted the couple.
I was just having a bad day. He says, "Hey, I see you're a veteran. I've got something for you." And he opens up his trunk and hands this to me. And it's the most beautiful thing in the world.
That act alone rescued this Navy man and pulled him out of his dark place.
I just can't convey enough to Bob how important it is to the rest of the service members that he's doing this.
So many of them that we do give stuff to say they've never been thanked before. They're unbelievably thankful.
So far, Bob has handed out 304 Eagles and flags. While a bad knee may slow him down this summer, quitting isn't an option.
I told Hallie, our granddaughter, I says, you know, I don't want to stop doing it. Think I could hit 500? And she says, you better make sure you hit 500, Grandpa.
The amazing part is that he made that many, and he made them by hand. And he puts a lot of detail, a lot of thought into each one.
He's not just Bob the Builder, but Bob an American, saluting those for their service.
To know that you made a difference in somebody's life, you made their life a little better, you know, and by doing what? What I love to do.
Truly is remarkable what Bob is doing. That was Dale Ryman reporting. Now, while Bob didn't serve, his son Tim is a Marine. He says he does it to honor him. Bob and Gail have given away as many as 7 in one day. He says he regrets not having started doing this sooner. A former U.S. Marine is helping a fellow veteran with a custom haircut experience after a motorcycle crash left him unable to walk. Joe Shaw, who also served in the Marines, says he wanted a new haircut to help him look and feel good. Veteran Reese Henderson, owner of Barber and Gens, answered the call. His shop doesn't have an ADA accessible ramp, so he brought his supplies outside.
Laying in a hospital bed for 9 months, I got looking pretty scraggly, and I just thought it was awesome that he offered to come out and give me a good clean haircut and let me feel good about myself.
Hopefully this guy will, you know, get his legs working and get back on his feet, but in the meantime we're going to continue to keep his positive energy flowing, keep him looking good, keep him feeling good, and hopefully that, you know, that makes an effect.
Henderson says he became a barber to help people look good and feel good. He says he plans on adding a ramp, but until then, weather permitting, he will just keep giving the haircuts like you see them right there outside. Ahead on 9, on the positive side, it's a new journey. We'll show you a pilot's final flight next. One of the most prestigious and demanding professions is that of an airline pilot. It's always reassuring, some say, to see a gray-headed captain in the cockpit, knowing lots of experience is behind those flight controls. But what happens when the captain ages out? May-Kay Bueller takes us to a special celebration at Charlotte Douglas International Airport.
The mandatory retirement age for pilots is 65. That's right, after a pilot ages out, by law, they are no longer permitted to fly for an airline. But what happens at the conclusion of that very last flight? Well, it's a lot of pomp and circumstance and some pretty impressive waterworks.
The water cannons are very special to a retiring pilot. Not all pilots make it to retirement because of the FAA's very strict medical restrictions.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Captain Greg Farbo for the very last time as he exits the jetway and enters retirement.
It's a great job, it really is. We take a $250 million jet to Europe, have dinner and come back.
It's been over 4 decades, logging over 30,000 hours, flying countless passengers millions of miles to their destinations. It's been a long journey. What are you going to remember the most?
People. Thanks for coming out. Yes.
While pilot retirement celebrations are always a big deal, the extra hoopla comes standard from Captain Greg's support system, the Piedmont Silver Eagles. As one of the original Piedmont airline pilots, Greg shares a special bond with this long-standing aviation family that has bonded since the iconic airline was absorbed by American.
This is Piedmont country, and the Piedmont Silver Eagles are a group of almost 1,200 members. Most of the people in the room today were Piedmont, and I know that Mr. Davis, who started the airline in 1948, would be so proud to know that the legacy continues and the spirit of the Speedbird lives on.
Even Captain Greg's flight instructor was on hand to wish him well 43 years after that first flight lesson.
Congratulations, Bill. Thanks for being here. He was an outstanding student and a tremendous professional pilot. I've known him continuously since 1976. Just a wonderful pilot, a great friend, and I'm so happy for him today.
Bill Settle is also retired. He says retirement can be bittersweet since you pour everything into your flying career and it comes to an abrupt stop. But that airline career will never truly leave Captain Greg, thanks to a living souvenir that will remain by his side. That's because his longtime co-pilot is his wife of 11 years, First Officer Stephanie Farbo.
He's the captain in the cockpit, but I'm the captain at home. So.
True.
The two met on the flight deck, paired up as a crew flying a trip to Pittsburgh over a decade ago.
The 4th of July, actually. So.
Fireworks everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's the beginning of a good relationship.
Such husband and wife flying crews are rare and a first for the Piedmont Silver Eagles.
We bicker a little, just coming in here, we had a little bit of...
Just a little.
Yeah, but you know, it's... I'm open enough to listen to her, and she's open enough to listen to me. We come up with a way of doing it and make it work, and it's been successful. So that's kind of what we do in life, and also in the cockpit. I feel satisfied. My career has been a success with all the help of all these people.
While Captain Greg will spend more time at home, Stephanie will carry on in the cockpit, never forgetting today's last flight together, flying a Boeing 777 from Ireland to Charlotte.
Did you learn anything from the old guy? Of course I did. I picked his brain all the way across the ocean because I had to soak up that last little bit of knowledge before he was gone.
And I've learned so much from her.
So what's next for Captain Greg? Well, as we said earlier, once a pilot turns 65, they are no longer allowed to fly for an airline, but they can still fly privately. So guess what Captain Greg is going to fly? A simulator as a flight instructor for Delta Airlines, and we wish him well. At Charlotte Douglas International Airport, May K. Beeler, Queen City News.
Truly an incredible journey. It's a secret ingredient you can't buy. Next on 9 on the positive side, what a biscuit master puts into his cooking that he says makes all the difference. A North Carolina man goes the extra mile when it comes to a certain essential part to any Southern breakfast. He's only in his early 20s, but his buttermilk biscuits have some calling him a true champion. John Lee gets a closer look at the guy called the Biscuit Master.
I'm gonna need 8 bows down.
When it comes to breakfast, most of us don't need a break from the norm.
Hot pan.
The regulars crave something familiar.
Has a lot of flavor. Hot, fresh Bojangle biscuit. Hot, fresh.
At the Bojangles on Beaver Farms Road, Biscuit Master Will Smith is ready to shake and bake.
Shake it 4 times, but I'd like to do a little dance, you know. I enjoy the rush, the thrill, the happiness I bring to customers. Now you make your circle.
At the all-important biscuit station here, Will knows what time it is.
14.
What time is it?
Bow time. It's bow time. Start with the biggest one.
Every shift, he churns out some 1,000 biscuits. He's quick. Not Bisquick, but I digress.
Put it up in number 1. Height is good. Color, good. It's fully baked. Make sure your pan is 45-degree angle.
GBD, golden brown delicious. He dreamed of this job when he was just 7.
Like fresh, hot. I was like, how they make this? So I was like, no, one day I'm going to work for Bojangles.
With lots of bow time and dedication, as you can see, Will's product is pretty bodacious. And in the end, he's become one of the franchise's rising stars.
In March, he took on the chain's best biscuit makers. Each one had 10 minutes and was judged on speed, efficiency, and quality. He followed the 49-step process to a T and finished first in the Bojangles Biscuit Maker Challenge.
Oh, it feels good. It feels wonderful. I mean, when I won it, I got so happy. I literally danced.
He beat out 4,500 contestants to take the title and strut.
I was walking. Yeah. Oh, that's the dance. I go like this with my sunglasses and be like, yeah.
So give the man his flowers, or just give him flour, whatever.
That's great. He's doing a good job.
Hardly feels like working when he does the happy dance.
Yeah.
No risk it, no biscuit. In Charlotte, John Lee, Queen City News.
From one business to another, at just 11 years old, a boy from High Point can call himself an entrepreneur. Next, a look inside his unique business. An 11-year-old entrepreneur in High Point is celebrating 1 year since his food trailer started serving customers. Celeste Smith spoke with him about his journey launching his business.
To me, it is to sell a product and make people happy.
That's what being an entrepreneur means to 11-year-old Fisher Carter. The rising sixth grader opened his business, Fisher's Mini Donuts, in June of last year. He fell in love with being a salesman after selling popcorn as a Boy Scout with Troop 4 in High Point.
Normally, you think, oh, a kid just wants to sit around and play video games. Some other kids want to go outside and play, but normally you don't see them trying to become an entrepreneur. And, well, that's what I did.
It was a 2-year process for Fisher to make his dream happen. He asked Santa Claus for a donut-making machine for Christmas in 2020. In 2021, he got his food trailer from a family friend, which took a year to get ready before he started selling his donuts from it.
It's been a long road, but he's been persistent. He helped his dad build it completely. When they got it, it was wrecked, so they stripped out the walls and really gutted the whole thing and designed it the way he wanted it.
Fisher got his start selling his mini donuts that come in different flavors in the parking lot at Tucker's Grill in High Point. He runs the ins and outs of the business and gets a helping hand from family.
It's good to start young because you get the challenge of actually trying to do an entire product and also trying to actually be official.
Since Fisher's Mini Donuts has opened, he's seen the business grow, serving his sweet treats at many events across the Triad.
I'm just very proud of him. I think at the end of the day, I want him to learn social skills. I want him to learn the entrepreneur background.
Fisher says this is only the beginning for his business.
The main goal for me is to try to franchise it out maybe.
In High Point, Celeste Smith, Fox 8 News.
It truly is inspiring, and his food looks really good. Thanks so much for joining us for 9 on the Positive Side this weekend. But of course, we have to show you this before you go. Let's take a closer look at Surf's Up. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you next weekend right here on 9 on the Positive Side.